Thank you, Senator Ayres. Senator Rennick.
Thank you, Acting Madam Deputy President. And I rise today to speak again to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change's latest release just the last month. And I want to talk about TS17, a comment they make where they go, there is a near linear relationship between cumulative CO2 emissions and the maximum global surface temperature caused by carbon dioxide. Now, nothing could be further from the truth. Anyone who understands anything about mathematics or anything about science knows that the relationship, at best, is logarithmic, not linear. And what do I mean by that? Is ultimately all the energy in the atmosphere, in the first place, comes from the sun. Now, on average, across the 24 hours in the day, it hits the atmosphere at about 341 watts per square metre. About half of that gets reflected from the clouds in the atmosphere back into space, and about 160 watts hits the surface. That then bounces off the surface back up into the greenhouse gases. Now, greenhouse gases do absorb and emit radiation. That is one form of heat transfer. But as anyone who understands anything about physics will know that, unlike conduction and convection, where Newton's law of cooling applies, and the difference between hot and cold is a direct relationship, radiation transfers basically to the power of 4. So the faster it heats, faster it cools. So the idea that you have a linear relationship is completely wrong. The law is called the Stefan-Boltzmann law, and it's just another example of how the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change is telling fibs. But of course, it's a lot more complex than that, because the carbon dioxide, the greenhouse gases, only make up carbon dioxide in particular only makes up 0.04% of the atmosphere. So even if it does absorb heat, it's again going to, through conduction, basically smash into about billions and billions of other molecules in 1 second.
Senator Rennick.
Thank you.